Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Westlake Village, California. We're here today in the bookstore at the center, and I'm with our center's spiritual director, Dr. Maureen Hoyt. Dr. Maureen, thanks for sitting down with me. Tell us about this class.
Well, Prosperity Plus 2 is the revised version of Prosperity Plus. It was originally created by Mary Morrissey about maybe 9 years ago, somewhere around there. And she was partnered with a beautiful woman named Karen Joyce at the time, and Karen Joyce has since made her transition. And so Mary decided that this now would be the opportunity for her to recreate or reinvent the wheel, as the saying goes. And Prosperity Plus 2 is the result of that. It is a class about as much about prosperity as it is about consciousness in just about every area of a person's life. And so for this 10 weeks, we would call this class an experiment in faith. And so we're starting it on June 24th. And it's a 7 to 9 class with no break, and the opportunity is to create a new idea around money with the help of perhaps 50 or so other people doing the same thing at the same time. It's a great class. Great class. It's changed people's lives. Not just about money, but about every area: relationships, health, creative expression, employment. Just such wonderful changes come about. The reason it's called Prosperity Plus is that everybody can understand the energy of money. And so once we get a handle on how to work with that, then we have it as information for how to handle every other area of our life.
Ideal person to take this class, not only someone who's looking to change how they think about money, but other areas of their life too, it sounds like.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of times we're restricted by money in that we think that we would be happier if we had more money. But when we're happy, we have more money. You know, it's sort of, we get things backwards a little bit. It's not even so much about happiness. It's about being able to maybe collapse the old belief systems that we have about money, and therefore we can use the same method to collapse the belief systems we have about relationships, about health, about employment. It works in so many different areas, but everybody, as I said, can understand money. And so we work at it from that premise. Mm-hmm. But it does change people's lives in such remarkable ways.
And the class is built on the work, as you say, of Mary Morrissey.
Yes.
Tell us about her and what kind of influence she has in...
Oh, gosh, she's such a wonderful friend, and she's an incredible friend to our center. I have known her for 20 years, and she has really done more to help people shift their belief systems around the restrictions of money, to start with, and the idea that, you know, we do have error beliefs that create a glass ceiling to our receptivity. And Mary is a former minister, although if you're ever a former minister, I don't think that ever really happens. Her ministry is now Prosperity Plus, and teaching people how to become professional coaches. And she has wonderful workshops that she does around this called Dream Builders. And she has helped so many people over the years through the people that she's trained as coaches. You know, it's a trickle-down effect. She has given away more information and more of herself to so many other people and changed so many people's lives over the years since she left pulpit ministry. to do this work that she's currently doing. She's very involved with the Association for Global New Thought. She is she's just a wonderful motivational speaker. She is, every year she does the Big Sky Retreat up in Montana, and you can go on her website and check it out and just see all the wonderful things that she does for people. She's very gifted as a public speaker, and she has some really good information to impart. So my ideal would be at the end of our Prosperity Plus 2 is to have her come and celebrate with us on the last night, and for her to come here and give a talk to all of us. And you know what? I think she'll do that for us. I think she'll do that.
And so when you take the class, you get a whole package. It's a workbook, there are CDs, and then during the class you're going to be watching video where you're seeing her talk about whatever the lesson or the theme for that week is, right?
Yes. The basic agenda of the class is we open, as always, with prayer, and we begin a period of sharing for about 30 minutes. And depending on how large the class is, not everybody gets to share, but we do encourage people to talk about their demonstrations, how they've become aware of their limiting beliefs, for instance, around money, or how they overcame a limiting belief around money for that week, and how they have demonstrated certain good in their life. And for some people, this primes the pump, because we don't sometimes see our good. We're not in gratitude for, say for instance, somebody offers to buy you lunch. That's a demonstration of your prosperity. Small things, somebody who lets you in, you know, as you're trying to make a turn into oncoming traffic. A call from a friend that you haven't heard from for a really long time. Somebody calling with good news. In one of the classes I did, one of the fellows put a note inside his mailbox on the street that said, "I accept only good news and money," in this mailbox. And of course it primed the pump, and the postman noticed it, and they ended up having this wonderful conversation, and then the postman started coming to the center because of the conversations that he'd had with David. So that was an interesting story about how things work. Then after the sharing part, we watched the video, and after the second full week, we break down into prayer pods, and we will have approximately 6 people in each prayer pod, so that it is unruly. And then we will request prayer or blessings for the week from each of the students in the pod, and all the others will bring that student as a part of their spiritual practice for the week. So basically we're in and out the door in 2 hours. The first night is the longest video, and then after that it's approximately 50 minutes. And with the sharing and the prayer pods, we're finished in 2 hours.
And this, if someone's taken this class before, this is an all new material, new video, which is why it's Prosperity Plus 2.
Yes. New video, new workbook, and one of the requirements, let's just put the requirements in quotes, we are encouraged for the 10 weeks to attend service somewhere at least once a week, and also to be in service in some way, in an altruistic way, where we do something, you know, where we give of our time and talent during this 10 weeks as well. And, you know, doing it during the summer sometimes is very difficult. But at the beginning we request that no one miss more than 2 consecutive classes out of the 10 weeks, because it disturbs the momentum of the prayer groups as well. And we're really making a concerted effort to be there for other people. So that's that's kind of what the agenda is on a week-to-week basis.
Personally, I found that having the class in the summer, I liked it because when the class wound up in the summer and everyone's sort of getting ready to start with the fall, which can often feel like a renewal time where you're ready to get back to work, I felt like I had a really good set of tools to feel better about getting back to work.
Yes. Well, after Prosperity Plus 2, my first class that I'm going to teach in the fall is the class that I took the training for up in Oregon called Living Your Life Purpose. And so this will be like the prologue to the class for Living Your Life Purpose in the fall. And I just really feel like it could be life-changing for people. First of all, Prosperity Plus is not time-intensive. Yes, you do have the workbook. Yes, you do. You will be in prayer on a daily basis for other people. It's mostly about building one's awareness of what's going on around, plus being in gratitude, certainly for all that we already have. Dr. David Walker used to say, never let your good get in the way of the best. And this will give people an opportunity to see how they can really have a superlative life experience. So yes, anyone can attend this class. Anyone who would like to have a shift in consciousness in any area of their life, whether it's relationships, whether it's health, employment, or money, this is the class to be in.
Great. Thanks very much. I look forward to seeing the class.
Good. I look forward to having you.